Is that real? Plat to OWCS in 10 months? He's actually plat to OWCS in 8 months, Scissors. And believe it or not, I take the credit. Booked a session with me, goes from plat to masters, books another session with me. He's always in the chat. He's always in the stream. Books another session, goes to GM, goes to OWCS in 8 months. We can talk about the start here. There's nothing to talk about. He's just starting safe on the ground. They have a Genji, so he can't really walk up and he can't really go wide, to be honest. His Tracer needs to not kill themselves, and they need to take a proper fight with his slow. Where the hell did his slow go? Probably don't shoot your slow into the skybox like that. I guess you can tell that he's really nervous. He said that he was really nervous after the interview. You could see that he was really nervous from how he was playing. He shot his slow into the sky. Probably not ideal. Probably shoot your slow into one of the corners so that they get corralled into the other corner, or so that your slow does some damage. It's not a slow yet. I always call it a slow even before it's a slow. Don't shoot the Genji's deflect as well. Yeah. This is good. This swing is really good. He's swinging to the opposite side, puts down his slow, gets a kill, gets out. This is nice. It was hard for him to swing in the first fight. It was really hard for him to swing in the first fight. Now he can keep swinging. Now he can keep walking and he can keep swinging. Orb? I mean, I'm just going to keep calling it slow. Like, I call it snare, slow, E, like one of those three all the time. Snare is the most common when I'm casting. Slow when I'm, you know, feeling a little bit more relaxed. That Lucius is chain beating as well. Yeah, I think, you know, he probably could have gone up to the high ground instead of dropping onto the low ground. Like, he has slide, like half of their team is dead. If the Genji dashes him up on the high ground after he dashes up, he can probably just drop down to his team and be fine. Beanbags with a winking tongue out. Thank you, Beanbags. If anyone would like to wink and tongue out back at Beanbags, feel free. But yeah, this swing is fine. This angle is good. But, you know, there was a high ground to take as well. He can just be beaming down from above. He's versus Genji, so it feels reasonable. Either way he picked. God, I've not been paying attention. I'm thinking about monkeys smoking pipes. This isn't very good fight space. I think they're playing like a little too aggressive for whatever reason, I'd say. Like, you play here and you play like the long angle and hold for the choke. You can just play the long side and use a Kitsune rush when they come out and use the fact that you're closer to your overclock and stuff. If you play here, there's no off angle that he can take over on the side unless he flanks main. Thank you. First time monkey smoking up high. Appreciate that. But yeah, like over to the left-hand side in main, that would be like the only off angle, right? But it'd be really difficult for him to do anything down there because he'd be going close to where the Tracer or the Genji can match him, and they can walk back through main and cut the line of sight. So here he has to stack on top of his tank in order to push, which is just like a bad angle for him. There's no like good solution for him. This is like a team problem, not a hitscan problem. But fighting in this position is crap. Compared to if you just fight for like the long angles on the point, like imagine he's fighting, oh God, let's get a good angle. Look to the right, look to the right, look to the right. Please look to the right. Look at the Tracer. Look to the right, look to the right, look at the point. Look at the point. Yeah, imagine he's here. Imagine he's playing here in control, and he can poke up, and he can poke up, and they can choke, and they can choke, and he can use the high ground up here, and he can use the high ground up here, and he can flip up to the high grounds when they push, and he can overclock, because he had a faster overclock than what they had for any of their ults, and they had a faster Kitsune rush. So they can bleed time off the clock, they can pull the enemy team in, they can make the enemy team use cooldowns when they have to come through the choke. They can charge up rail, he can shift up to the high ground and go for the rail, or he can just keep poking the Genji and walking away from the Genji and walking back because they have Tracer Genji and he has a Sojourn. So if you play the long angle with the Sojourn, then it's a better thing. But over here, like the only way that he can do anything in this forward fight here is by walking through this choke right here. And like this is where Genji wants him to walk. If you're a Sojourn and you have to walk here, and there's a Genji walking up this wall, top left, like wall climbing, then the Genji can drop on the Sojourn's head and one-shot you, and the Genji can get really close. Have you ever thought you were just wrong? Yeah, all the time. This is just my opinion. What value to the Overwatch scene would you say you provide? Nothing. When the monkey smokes the pipe, he becomes super powerful and takes over the world. I mean, that monkey must be very powerful right now. Do you disagree with my gaming opinion, Buseka? Or yeah. I think this forward fight's crap. And like because they went for the forward fight, they lost the cap and they lost, you know, what's this, 11%? Or 10%. Something like that. But yeah, like they had the ults to win on a long fight. They have the comp to win on the long fight. Was just wondering. It seems like a little bit of a passive-aggressive question, to be honest. But you know, go for it. Like, Jane Goodall meets unkempt Butch. REI sponsor this lady. He's wrong often. Never, never, never. And then here, I mean, it's like the exact same situation where they're fighting forward and they're pushing up here. And if you push around all of these corners, if you fight fast, for one, your verse trace a Genji. So like your hit scan has to walk away from power positions, away from safe space, into positions where you can potentially get pincered. Here, they're doing the exact same thing as before. Enemy tracer can go touch the point and peel them back, and hit scan has to walk up a big, long, straight stretch, because if you off angle, the enemy team can walk back or they can isolate you. It's better to play for like the long angles to control the objective. Because you see here, look, he's in front of everyone. He's so close. He's so close. But if he wasn't close here, if he wasn't walking forwards, there's a bust. Like there's a piece of cover right next to him. He has to be forward to have a good angle to fight in the fight. So he's just being put between a rock and a hard place by his team. Like where they're choosing to fight is a killer for him. And here he slides back to his Kiri and didn't get saved at all. It's got no help. So I think here, like this looks really bad, but not like a Kawhi problem, whole team problem. Like they have Tracer Sojourn. They should play for the angle where the Sojourn can carry the game. They're retaking through here. He's too close here. I think his spacing's a little bad here. Like it's okay for him to like step up like he does here, but if his tank is going to walk up in the choke, he should try to not be on top of his tank. He's trying like go for a little pop through the left-hand side as well. Charge up his rail a bit in main, walk through the left as well. He has clock. He doesn't want to like get tapped by the Genji, but he's playing really close here. The Orisa walks forward, she forts, she spins. He's still so close, you know? Like, he saves his slide. That's good. Like, this is when he actually gets out of it all. But, you know, here, ultimately, like, just very close. Has to use the slide for the surge, and then he's dead to the blade, and there's like not a lot he can do about it. I think the clock judgment is like really reasonable, but I mean they beat for the clock, and Jongwoo is slow. Like Jongwoo still can beat. Hunter, what are your thoughts on the Gladiator Queen, Junker Queen skin? The space skin, I presume you mean. Tennis. And tennis to you too. Oh, it's a tennis suit. You caught me off guard. Thank you for that. So yeah, like no major criticism of what he's done there, other than like he's walked too close to the choke and too close to his tank. He should be looking like, you know, down bottom left if he can like poke in main and poke up like from a safe angle, not walking through where he can get tapped by the Genji. Not just going face to face at the enemy tank. When going face to face with the enemy tank means that she can surge you, like she has ult, you want to be far away, and you're going close to all these corners that the Genji can be up on. Jongwoo is good for it. Doesn't Jongwoo hit like an insane touch? Like I thought it was like completely cooked for them here, and then Jongwoo just like, you know, funny Astro. He's in, he's out, he's in again. Now Kawhi's like walking, sliding. Shouldn't have to slide for this, you know. He's nervous, so he'll slide. That's fair enough. But he really needs to not slide for stuff like that. Like a pulse that isn't stuck to you, you shouldn't need to slide away from it. They use slide and Suzu for something that missed. Now, he's in like a very safe angle, and that's fine. They have a beat. They have like an ult advantage. He can just do his damage. He gets up to a good position here. He misses his shot. He drops down. Wants some healing. Maybe he didn't need to drop. I feel like he dropped for nothing. There was nothing on him. He could have just like kept walking up on the high ground. Got some heals up there. Then his Kira can TP to him, or Kira can climb to him, and he's just in a better position. Dropping down into them is, you know, there's no point for that. Does anybody want to give me permission to run ads? How are we feeling? Please, Koreans, play Junker Queen, please. Can you say Winton loudly? Winton. Here? I would like him to walk to the right. I don't want him to be standing on this base back cover. Tracer Genji's going to dive him, but it's his job to walk wide and take a little bit of aggro and do a little bit of damage and then not die when the Genji dashes on him. Shoot the Genji when he walks up on him and dash back to the team. But I'd like to see him walk up on the right a little bit. Just for a bit of a better angle, because he's not being very greedy right now, and he's doing nothing to control the right side. Like, you see, he doesn't have to be standing here on the mini. If he's standing here on the mini, the Genji's just going to get to him really easily. But if he's at least over on the right a little more, using this pillar for cover while he watches the right lane and pokes the main lane, then he can actually control the right side at least a little bit, right? Because right now what winds up happening is you see the Genji starts moving right, the Genji's been pinged, the Genji's right, he walks forward for a good angle, and now the Genji is already past the midway point without even facing any pressure, without even being watched. Do you have any tips on how to VOD review yourself? I hate VOD reviewing myself. I used to hate watching my own gameplay. It's so boring. So insufferable. Just do it. You just have to do it. Otherwise you'll never fix your problems. What are you yapping about? You're not a coach, bro. I gotta kill this guy. I gotta kill this guy. Anyway, should have controlled the right lane. It's like really his job in a lot of ways to like take a greedier angle and take more risk. I feel like every scene that we've seen so far, he should be taking more risk in a lot of ways. Like the scenes where they're fighting forward, he's always just like stacked in main. He needs to be off to the side, poking and controlling a side lane, and he's always a little bit too main. Like from Samida onto San, so close. You started with Korean, but you finished with not Korean. I think San is Japanese, right? It's Kamsamida onto Nim for today. We're doing Korea. Let's watch this fight now, because I've been getting distracted. Starts okay, starts wide, dashes pretty easily, but where he winds up falling back is just all wrong. So you should start poking up here with this pillar for cover. And then from this pillar, you can fall back. Like, he really needs to engage more with the idea that this main lane where he's standing is for the tank. And then this pillar off to the right, that's the off angle. That's the wider space. Sojourn is a character that does not have damage fall off. You want to play further away from people and control the side that they're going to go and take and that they're going to go and flank on you with. If you play this close angle, your angle is more narrow, more shallow. You cannot peek the players down here unless you are playing wide, unless you are over... Wait, can you see my mouse behind my camera? Ew, you can't. All of this fucking mouse movement has been... Damn it. That's terrible. I want my mouse over my camera. But anyway, the right side and this pillar up here, there's a Cardi cock over this too. Like, Jesus. Over here, this pillar is... Can you even see my mouse now? I'm so lost. Yeah, he should be over here. He should be holding this right side. And then when he gets dashed on, he shouldn't be dashing into the middle of the point. He should be dashing over to their side of the point, to where their spawn is. Because again, this is not a long angle. This is somewhere where their tracer can flank you from behind. Your angle is crap and shallow, and you can't get away. Wait, I was trying to learn how Cardi got rich. He got a haircut. He got a haircut. So, yeah, really, he needs to control this right-hand side of the map more. He needs to swing the wide side of the angle, not the close side. The close corners are for your tank. The far corners are for your hit scan. And their flankers want to take the wide space from you. They want to force you into a corner. But he's just standing on top of his tank all the time. And this slide back is terrible. He should be back where his Kiri is, but instead, he's back in no man's land. This is no man's land. Cardi fan reveals how he became a billionaire, and it's just a Cardi cock. It's just Cardi fan stroking his little Cardi cock. Hello, Jonas. Massive. So yeah, no surprises that he lost this fight. He didn't poke them properly on the wall. And then he dashed back to the middle of fucking nowhere where he can't take any risk anymore. Matthew the Patriot, why did you say okay? What happened? What's okay right now? Tell me. I wonder how many people on Earth think of Cardi Fan 22 when someone says Cardi. More people year on year. You have the worst sneeze ever. It's a bit rude, Grandma's Ashes. No bois. Morning Overshake. How you doing, mate? I think he could have carried this fight. He's probably been like off put a little bit by the fact that last time he overclocked when they pushed, he died. Here, enemy team pushes in spawn, Genji dashes someone else. As soon as the Genji dashes someone else, I feel like there's a chance for you to pull the clock here. You can pull the clock and you can keep fighting and you can carry the game. Like you can be peeking and you can be shooting the Genji or you can be shooting them in main. But here he's just kind of like, just dickless. And again, like he's kiting the wrong way. Like he could have kited back in towards safe space behind him. Just keep going back, keep going back. But he's kited away from cover. He's kited himself into a corner in the open. So, and yeah, he took the slide charges rail perk. I think he was trying to justify it when I interviewed him post-game yesterday, but I choose to believe that this was a nervous fat finger. I refuse to believe that he's so stupid that he thinks that the slide is better than the slide rail is better than the double slide. But yeah, respectfully. Who should I VOD to learn Diva? Ziad and Hawk. Hawk hasn't even got a VOD out yet for OWCS, but like in a week, give it a look. Ziad and Hawk for sure. Big two. Calling Kelly. Thank you. Hey Jamal, why you always be going offline, but you never be giving me none of your viewers, huh? What's that all about? You don't fuck with me the way you used to? I really miss what we used to have, man. Now it feels like we got nothing at all. When I say what we used to have, I do mean a monetary transaction, an exchange. Greedy? So you're saying we should watch Ziad Hawk too? I mean, if you wanted to watch a D.Va player, you really do need to look no further than Ziad and Hawk. I think Hawk was the best aggressive D.Va player in the West in Overwatch 1. And in Overwatch 2, Ziad is definitely the best aggressive D.Va player. Hawk hasn't played D.Va in Overwatch 2 in like recent memory, but he's about to. Oh my god, it was a Hawk tour thing. That's what that first time chat was. Oh! I hate being 27 years old. Might ban that guy, actually. Is the slow disruptor better than 150 OC? Yes. For sure. Yeah, 6, 7, yes. 6, 7. Your network is your net worth. I like that. I like that. It makes me happy. Oh, I haven't watched this fight. Okay, so he's back in it. He gets speared out. I thought this was like ultra. Hello, Gap. Old man falls for silly joke. I'm so old. Nah, I think I'll watch my GOAT Bernard instead. I love glazing Bernard and Zeta Division. Alright, you're banned. Is that real? Plat to OWCS in 10 months? He's actually Plat to OWCS in 8 months, Scissors. And believe it or not, I take the credit. I coached his friend 8 months ago. And I saw they would do it together and I was glazing the fuck out of him. And then he watched his friend's coaching YouTube video, saw me glazing the fuck out of him, booked a session with me, goes from Plat to Masters, books another session with me. He's always in the chat. He's always in the stream. Books another session, goes to GM, goes to OWCS in 8 months. Yeah, this fight's terrible though. So here he gets speared back and he slides in and clocks. Like, you can't do this. If you have double slide, maybe there's a case for it, right? But sliding in like this to still wind up in a shit angle is so bad. Like, from the very beginning, he should just walk out on the right-hand side. Is he next up? He's actually next up, genuinely. Like, you see here where the Orisa is? When his Orisa walks main, he should walk in here on the right so that he has the wide side from the start. He should just walk through there. So walk out main first, like walk the long side of main first, charge up his rail on the Orisa, poke her back. Then once the Orisa can no longer stand here, then he should take this space. So it's like, step 1, be far back on the left and poke out the Orisa that's standing here. Step 2, take this right side and walk up and poke them back again to the point. But instead, no step 1 poke. Step 2, walk the same way as your tank. Get speared out of the fight. Try and make up for your mistake by using your slide and your overclock at the same time and still winding up behind everyone and still in main with a bad angle. Now they beat exchange, but like, good luck getting any value with this ultimate at this point. He has another slide because of the rush and he doesn't waste it. But where he ultimately winds up sliding is again no man's land. Like, he shouldn't be here. This is crap. If you ever see Lip clutching up and carrying the game, he's not sliding into the middle of the points staircase. He's sliding from side to side, up and down this big, long stretch. The fucking train tracks across the point are where you want to be, because there's cover on either side and you can see everything and you can back up well, and you have a good angle the whole time and there's pillars everywhere, instead of winding up at the back of the point. Gaga. Yep, Gaga. Suburban Poet, thanks for the 4 months. Peace, love, and slop. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Stop Gagaing me. Oh, he's got a lot to improve on. But he's going to learn. Because he's the improver. Plat to OWCS in 8 months is genuinely like gaming for hope. What he wish he could be. And this guy, you know. If you keep typing Gaga, I'm going to run another 3-minute ad, okay? That's where we're at right now. Thanks, subscribers. Good day, Maximilian. I'll see you in 3 minutes, BS Lights. Gaga. So this right here, I love this sparkly Sojourn. You like the skin? This pisses me off. This pisses me off real big time. So right here, what's happened with Stronghold and what are they called? I Love You. Stronghold and I Love You. Look at this ult from Hyoko. The enemy Kiri is using their rush at the back of the universe. This is the most free kite in human history. The objective is to the left, right? The objective is the temple right to the left. Their Kiri is safe. Their tank is using spin right now and still has fort. Kawhi has cover and can go back to the high ground of point or go back with his Kiri towards main. The Lucio behind is being shot by 0 players and has full HP. This is a Tracer. Tracer is never stuck. All 5 members of I Love You right now can easily kite this ult. Hyoko is using ult 13 seconds before the point unlocks in a different postcode to the objective. I Love You can quite literally, using their keyboards and maybe their left shift keys, which doesn't even feel necessary given how far away everyone is, just walk away from this fight. There's no need to walk into them by any means. It's the easiest kite in the world. But unfortunately, kiting ults is something that you do not unlock until you are at least top 3 in OWCS. So here, Kitsune rush from the back of the map. They could easily have just pushed over to main, played to kite it out, and then lay it on the corner, play the corner a point a little bit, and then go for that. But instead, they push all the way in. Kobe starts hard clutching up, using ults, matching them, but they're still losing. And Kawhi as well, to make matters so much worse. Were you cheating on Seeker with your side piece, Kawhi? I mean, you know what, Jamal? The difference is Kawhi listened. That's the difference. But no, Kawhi here, like, he needs to kite towards the point. The point is where this fight is going to break down. The point is where you want to be when the unlock happens. So if Kawhi is leaning left and slides left, he'll be fine, right? But instead, he slides away from the point and away from where his Kiri was playing. Remember, his Kiri is there on the left. So if he slides to the left earlier on, doesn't have, or slides back up to the high ground behind him to the left, potential. And I mean, I haven't even been paying attention to his use of his E, but I don't think I've noticed a single person slowed yet. C-Tones, are you like a significantly improved player this year? I feel like you were not
Get yourself together.
like an OWCS support a year ago when you were sniping me at 5 AM quick play. So he comes back into the fight with his railgun. He misses it on the RSR. I was buns. Kawhi low-key gave me passion for the game to improve. Did Kawhi really drop out of high school? Is that actually the difference maker? He wrote that about how he dropped out of high school, but he graduated from Unter Academy. And my heart sank a little bit because it kills me if he dropped out of high school. Is this true? Is that how he's able to work? Damn it! Ah. He dropped out for a while ago, not for Overwatch. It better not be for fucking Overwatch. They going in the uncoachable most improved. Yeah. Winston Academy. That's where Donut was playing, right? He needs to stream more if he's not in school. Dude, they just love fighting in the Drongo space, like genuinely. Like here. Why are they fighting forward in this scene? Like, what about this ult state tells them that they need to fight forward? They're 25% off a clock. They're 30% off both support ultimates. The enemy team has Orisa ult, so if you push into them, they get a free surge. Why do they want to keep pushing all the time? Why don't they look at their ults and think, wow, we're 25 to 30% away from 3 ultimates. Let's poke them on the long stretch, then play for the point long high ground, and then use our ults to win the game. But instead, they're just always pushing every time. Like, they're pushing here, they're pushing on the first point. And here, like, you know, Kawhi's in vaguely the right space. But because he's not shooting the Tracer at all on the right, and nobody's controlling that right lane, and he's not over here, and he doesn't notice that the Orisa's walking up on him because he's playing like a pussy and he's not peeking main properly because he's not standing on the corner, just means that the Orisa walks up to him and fucking does this to him, hits him with a Terror Surge, sucks him across the universe, blame ping because he's playing in Pacific. But really, like, The issues here aren't just Kawhi. The issues here are the fact that Poby only ever wants to fucking run into the enemy team like a drongo instead of using his brain. I think we should skin Poby alive. Is this cap vision theory? Yes, this is cap vision theory. This is Capitology once again beating me to the punchline 3 months in advance. And now Kawi's back in it, and he's about to get a play of the game overclock. Right, maxing. Yeah. Let me hold the play of the game overclock. Poby's Champ 5 career? Champ 5 this season or Champ 5 previously? Poby's Korean, right? Daily melatonin messes your natural hormone balance. That's actually untrue. There's actually a huge amount of evidence to support the notion that daily exogenous melatonin consumption does not impact endogenous melatonin production whatsoever. And it's actually a very safe supplement to take rather regularly if you trust North American medicinal science. Ataraxiac says that's not true. I constantly get pharmacist propaganda from North American pharmacists telling me that melatonin is super safe for regular consumption. Need Ataraxiacs to correct. No, because Ataraxiacs is a doctor, right? So either Ataraxiacs is telling Chai Tiger that Chai Tiger is wrong, or Ataraxiacs is telling me that I'm wrong. And I'm gonna pray that Ataraxiacs is telling Chai Tiger that Chai Tiger is wrong, because I would feel way stupider if I was actually double wrong, you know? Telling the chatter that they're wrong. Yes! Yes! I fucking love validation. Thank you. It's literally the best I've felt in like a week off the back of that comment alone. I miss Kawhi's play the game. With the painting on the wall, you literally can't make me. You can't make me do that. The labor with the painting was the purchase, not putting it on the wall. I haven't looked at anything but this screen in my home since I got home from Japan, and I don't intend to change that for like another 2 months. Bye, Anta. All of us chatters will be leaving now. Xavier just went live. Finally! Oh, by the way, have we seen what Xavier has going on with his hair right now? Check out Xavier, please. Xavier's gonna be on. No, this is not a rerun. Xavier had hair in his most recent tweet. I've never seen him like that. I'm up to Chrissy. Is Chrissy doing this? Or is this just bait? This clock sucks. He couldn't see anyone when he clocked. He gets the tracer. But like I was saying, he kills everyone, so the clock's great. This slide's all for fun. He's sliding nowhere as well. He could do better. He could do a lot better here. I'll show you the tweet. I'll play the whole tweet. But yeah. Here, like, sliding into their team. Dude, slide to a high ground. Slide to somewhere good. Stop sliding into the middle of fucking nowhere. I'm begging you. Get some instincts, kid.